Hey everybody, this is Cryptomancer, and today we will be going over the exciting crypto project called Cartesi. In this video, we will be going over what Cartesi is, who created it, a little bit about its history, then we will be taking a closer look at its website, its resources, its white paper, and how the technology works. And lastly, we will go over a bit of its tokenomics and how we can acquire the Cartesi token. Just a quick disclaimer, these videos are not financial advice. They are meant for your education and entertainment purposes only. Please remember that nothing beats doing your own research. If these videos are helpful to you in any way, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel, where I am committed to keeping you up to date with the crypto space, bringing you brief introductory videos for your analysis and consideration. So, what is Cartesi exactly? Most crypto investors tend to focus only on altcoins that already have gained a lot of traction. Typically, this means looking at tokens with the top 100 in market cap. However, there are still plenty of tokens that are worth taking a look at even if they are not as well known or large. Cartesi is one such cryptocurrency. Currently sitting as the 142nd largest crypto by market cap, prices for Cartesi have skyrocketed in recent weeks. Here's what you should think of this relatively new crypto project and whether it has what it takes to truly make it big. What is Cartesi? There are a lot of projects built around scaling up and improving existing blockchain networks. The most commonly used blockchain network, Ethereum, has skyrocketed in demand in recent years. This has in turn created tremendous demand for blockchain scaling solutions. Cartesi has some similarities to other scaling solutions on the market right now, but it has a different focus. Cartesi stands out in that it offers a new way for programmers to develop blockchain smart contracts. By using Cartesi, developers can code using mainstream software stacks to build smart contracts instead of using blockchain-specific developer tools. This should help make it easier for mainstream developers and programmers who have never programmed in blockchain to start giving it a go. With Cartesi, these programmers can create smart contracts similarly to how they would write code for a normal project. So Cartesi, here's a tweet from Cartesi. It says the IoT industry is facing challenges just like any other upcoming and evolving industry. One challenge is security. We're proud to highlight that Cartesi brings security to the IoT industry. So how can Cartesi do this? Well, because Cartesi runs off Linux mainstream platforms and allows for this decentralization of data to and from its APIs. It allows a security with sensitive data so that sensitive data doesn't necessarily get shared in an unprotected way. And it also allows you to do that via a Linux stack, which makes it pretty useful for people that work mainly in industries that only run off Linux systems, which is a lot of commercial and industrial applications. They usually use Linux systems as their main operating systems. So this could help a lot of developers and engineers and businesses that mainly run on Linux to adopt a smart contract kind of blockchain to innovate on and to write digital applications for. Despite its growing popularity, blockchain isn't a skill set used by most software developers and programmers in the rest of the industry. In the grand scheme of things, projects like Cartesi can do a lot to make blockchain technology more mainstream among the developer community. So now let's learn a little bit about Cartesi. This is their story. Cartesi was founded in 2018 by Eric Demora, Augusto Teixeira, Diego Nehab, and Colin Steele. The founding team initially got into blockchain as a result of one of the founders, Augusto Teixeira, being academic co-author with Sergey Popov, the founder of IOTA. Sergey became one of Cartesi's earliest investors and advisors. Augusto had the original idea of creating a trustless AI marketplace for data scientists. The Cartesi team realized they were tapping into a broader scope, and the project evolved into developing a versatile Layer 2 Linux infrastructure to overcome the problems of scalability, of computation, and infrastructure for blockchain applications. This is by Sergey Popov, founder of IOTA. That was a quote from him. And so, to understand the founding of this project, we have to understand that their original goal was actually to create an AI marketplace for AI databases and for the data scientists to use. There's several projects that are actually trying to do this at current for different blockchains, such as Ocean Protocol and SingularityNet. And so that's an interesting take. But Cartesi, soon after its development, realized that they had much better, that they could much better innovate a layer 2 solution for Linux infrastructures to overcome the problems of scalability and computation for the blockchain applications. And so they shifted away from this AI database model to one of helping blockchain scale and trying to solve the infrastructure problem related to Linux-based operating systems, so that Linux-based operating systems could have much more compatibility with smart contracts and blockchain infrastructure. Now, the team of Cartesi is Eric Demora, who is the Chief Executive Officer, Colin Steele, who is the Chief Operations Officer, Augusto Tejera, who is the Chief Scientific Officer, Diego Nehab, who is the Chief Technology Officer, Danilo Tuller, who is the Head of Engineering, Andrea Pasilli, Bruno Maya, to name a few. And now let's take a look at Cartesi's website. From here, you can toggle over to their About section, take a look at their blog, their ecosystem, find out more about their labs and their products, and find out how to stake CTSI tokens. So, Cartesi, smart contracts taken to the next level. Here you can see Cartesi's main 3 kind of implementations. Limitless coding, you can build smart contracts with mainstream software stacks based off Linux, take a productive leap from Solidity to the vast universe of software components supported by Linux systems. Its massive scalability, you can enable million-fold computational scalability, data availability of large files, and low transaction costs, all while preserving the strong security guarantees of Ethereum. Privacy guarantees. From games where players conceal their data to enterprise applications that run on sensitive data, preserve privacy on your dApps. So Cartesi, one of the main things that Cartesi has innovated is a protocol called Descartes. It's a decentralized computation oracle for blockchains. Descartes executes massive computational tasks off-chain on a Linux virtual machine fully specified by a smart contract. So Descartes is the Linux virtual machine that they've implemented. The results of the computation are fully verifiable, enforceable on-chain by honest Descartes node runners, preserving the strong security guarantees of the underlying blockchain, which is Ethereum. Here you can see about Descartes rollups, which are coming soon, scalable smart contracts built with mainstream software stacks. Descartes rollups is a variant of optimistic rollups with interactive dispute resolution. Instead of Solidity, use countless mainstream software components to code smart contracts that run on a Linux virtual machine, and defeat the scalability limits of Ethereum with million-fold computational gains while preserving the strong security guarantees of the blockchain. Another innovation is the Noether, a high-performance sidechain for data availability. Noether is Cartesi's sidechain designed for temporary data availability. It allows dApps to achieve high throughput and storage of large files with much reduced fees. Nether's proof-of-stake system is ready now. Stake your CTSI and earn mine rewards to participate in Cartesi's growing network of validators. Here you can see some statistics about Cartesi's ecosystem. They are available in over 15 plus regions and have their ambassadors going to these regions. There's about 78.56 million CTSI tokens staked at the moment, and about 20 plus wallets and exchanges are working with CTSI token. Here are the supported chains that you can develop with Cartesi. So you can work on Polygon, Matic, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Injective Protocol, and Elrond, to name a few. And here are some projects that are both with Cartesi: Cardi, Creets, Poker, Slim Thunder, Creel, and more. Here we can jump to some of Cartesi's latest blogs. So we can take a look at its June 2020 development recap. We can take a look at how Cartesi's Labs is collaborating with Paid Network. And then we can also take a look at the recent developments with the CTSI token. And now let's take a look at Cartesi's white paper titled The Core of Cartesi version 1.01 by Augusto Tejera and Diego Nehab. So very briefly, this paper goes over a lot of the solutions that we have already talked about that are implemented into Cartesi, It also talks about the virtual machine aspect and how you can use the Linux port to process the off-chain solutions, etc., etc. It offers you some code, and it also offers you some of the scripting interface which they are working with, and the reference implementation. It's a very useful paper, and here you can kind of see that they worked out a lot of the ways that they're going to try to scale Cartesi into these Linux virtual machine environments. And now let's take a look at Cartesi CTSI token performance, its recent performance. At the time of making this video, which is June 17th, Cartesi's price is about 53 cents. And you can see that this is kind of around where its price has been for like the last month or so, since about January, for the last 6 months, with an all-time high of $1.72 around May, and kind of slumping back down to 0.53 cents as a result of this bear market, which we're kind of in right now for the last month. Let's take a look at the Cartesi ecosystem. You can buy CTSI directly with fiat currencies, store and track CTSI with our trusted partners, or trade CTSI on the world's largest exchanges. We are continuously expanding our international reach with CTSI, and it's easy to acquire for users around the world. So this is actually really fascinating because you can buy Cartesi straight from its website. You don't actually need to go to an exchange. You can do it right through this portal with your credit card, which is something that I haven't really seen too much. It's also available via these exchanges, so you can get it on Binance, Wazirix, Toko Crypto, IDEX, Changely, Gate.io, Uniswap, Huobi, Crypto.com, and it's also available on Coinbase, in Coin1, 1inch Commerce, and Upbit. It's also available on IDEX. These are the wallets that securely store CTSI tokens. At current, the wallets supported are Atomic Wallet, Ledger Wallet, MyCrypto, Trezor, Trust Wallet, MyEther Wallet, Guarda Wallet, Nasa's Safe, and Crypto.com. You can also track CTSI prices using Blockfolio, Delta, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, Blockfolio, Delta Direct, Masari, and Crypto.com. But the best way to spend CTSI is through Binance Pay and Travala, which allows you to pay and receive in CTSI. And that was my video on Cartesi and the CTSI token. In conclusion, Cartesi is a really exciting project because its goals are directly applicable to the main problems of blockchain technology, namely scalability and adoptability, an oftentimes overlooked problem. With scalability, we can see that Cartesi offers a plethora of solutions to help mainnet blockchains like Ethereum to scale via its layer 2 solutions, which offer a on-chain computation process and off-chain computation process to balance the computational load, while allowing sensitive data to be securely processed via its off-chain layer. This innovation alone is substantially useful for projects such as Ethereum, which are currently not scalable enough for mainstream adoption. The second major innovation that Cartesi offers is access to the Linux mainstream software stack. This will drastically improve adoptability as smart contracts can be coded on Linux virtual machines, such as Descartes, facilitating software developers familiar with Linux an opportunity to work within their familiar Linux environment. Thank you for watching this video the whole way through. Hopefully now you are a little more familiar with Cartesi and its features. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this video was in any way useful to you, allowing me to help keep you up to date with the crypto space. Thank you for your attention, and as always, have a good rest of your day.